The little star that waited for someone to dream. High above the sleeping land, where silver clouds like castles stand, a little star began to shine, small and soft, yet bright, yet beautifully bright. It lived among the million stars, some glowing near and some afar. Some stars were large and bold and clear, their golden light could shine for years. The little star looked down below where quiet towns were wrapped in snow. I wonder if my tiny light can help someone feel safe tonight. A brighter star beside it smiled. Every light, though small and mild, has somewhere special it can shine. You need not match another's light, just be yourself and shine tonight. The little star looked down again beyond the clouds and silver lane. It saw a village tucked away where sleepy houses dreamed till day. A tiny cottage stood alone with one small window softly shone. Inside a child lay wide awake, listening to the branches shake. The night outside was dark and deep, but still the child could not find sleep. I wish I wasn't all alone. I wish the night would hurry on. The little star heard every word, though not a sound from earth was heard. It gathered all its quiet glow and sent it gently down below. A silver beam crossed through the sky, then touched the little window nigh. The child looked up and saw the stars twinkling gently from afar. A smile appeared upon the face, and fear began to lose its place. Perhaps the child whispered low, the night is not so dark below. The little star felt warm inside, though it had never left the sky. It learned that even from afar, a gentle light can reach a heart. Night continued calm and slow, while clouds drifted to and fro. The little stars kept shining bright, guarding dreams throughout the night. Soon it noticed something new, a lonely traveler walking through a forest path beneath the trees, carried softly by the breeze. He held a lantern in his hand, but little could cross the land. The trail was winding dark and long, and every rustling sound seemed wrong. The little star shone brighter than, guiding him between the trees. Its gentle light touched every stone, helping him feel less alone. At last he reached a wooden bridge, then saw the village on the ridge. He turned toward the sky above and whispered, "Thank you, little star." The star began to understand. A light can guide without a hand. It doesn't need a voice to speak or wings to find the ones who seek. It only needs to faithfully shine through every dark and quiet time. As the hours slowly passed, the moon appeared above the vast and peaceful sky, so soft and clear, watching all the stars draw near. "You have two hearts tonight," she said. The little star bowed its head. "I only gave a little light. Was that enough?" The moon replied, "Sometimes a little light is all a frightening heart needs most of all." The star looked down with gentle eyes, watching clouds beneath the skies. It saw the child now sleeping deep, wrapped in warm and peaceful sleep. It saw the traveler resting too beneath a sky of midnight blue. The star smiled softly as it shone, no longer feeling small alone. But then beyond the village hill, it noticed one more window still. Inside, an old woman sat awake, watching memories for memory's sake. She held a photograph so dear of someone she had loved for years. Her eyes were tired, her room was still. Outside The wind moved past the hill. The little star sent down its glow gentler than the falling snow. The old woman looked toward the glass and watched the silver moments pass. She smiled at the familiar light, then whispered good night. The star remained above the land, quietly shining soft and grand. It finally knew what it could do. It could remind the heart that hope was still there, even when the night felt long. The little star remained above, wrapped in the quiet arms of love. It watched the sleeping village glow wild, where tiny dreams began to grow. The child beneath the window slept, while peaceful shadows softly crept. The traveler rested without fear, knowing morning would soon be near. The old woman closed her eyes as silver light filled up the skies. For just a moment in her dream, she walked beside a gentle stream. She heard a familiar voice once more, a voice she thought she had heard before. The dream was soft, the dream was bright, and when she woke before the light, she looked toward the window pane and saw the star above again. Perhaps, she whispered with a smile, some memories never leave us. They simply learn to shine another way. The little star heard nothing spoken, yet somehow felt its heart awaken. It understood that sometimes light does not remove the darkness of night. It simply stays, it simply glows, and tells the heart that someone knows. The night continued slow and deep. The village remained wrapped in sleep. Then, from a house beside the lane, a little bird began to sing. It had awakened from a dream of gardens filled with golden gleam. The little star looked down below, watching morning's first light grow. Beyond the hills, the sky turned gray, then slowly changed to shades of day. The moon began to fade away, giving the sunrise room to stay. You have done well, the moon said softly. Now let the morning take your place. The little star felt strangely sad. I don't want to stop shining. What if someone needs my light tonight? The moon smiled with gentle grace. Resting does not mean you have failed. Even stars need time to rest. The light you gave tonight will remain inside the hearts you touched. The little star looked down once more. The child was smiling in sleep. The traveler was safe. The old woman was peaceful. And the village was beginning to wake. The star finally understood. It did not need to shine every moment to be useful. It only needed to shine when its light was needed. So it slowly dimmed its glow as morning warmed the world below. Golden sunlight crossed the hill, touching every roof and tree. The forest birds began to sing, welcoming the morning swing. The child opened sleepy eyes and looked toward the fading skies. The star was nearly gone, but the child remembered its gentle light. Good morning, little star, the child whispered. Thank you for staying. Far above the little star smiled. Though the child could not see it, the star heard the words and they filled its heart with warmth. That evening, when darkness returned, the little star woke again. It looked toward the village. The child had placed a tiny candle beside the window. The traveler had hung a lantern outside his door, and the old woman had placed a small silver ornament near her window. Three tiny lights, three quiet thank yous. The little star understood its light had inspired other lights, not because it was the brightest star, but because it has chosen to shine. And so every night afterward, the little star continued its gentle watch. Sometimes it guided travelers, sometimes it comforted children, sometimes it simply rested above a quiet home while someone dreamed. It never knew exactly who might need it, but it no longer worried. It trusted the night, it trusted its purpose, and most importantly, it trusted its own small light. Years passed, the village grew, children became parents, trees grew taller, paths became roads, yet the little star remained above. One evening, a young child looked through a window and saw a tiny star twinkling brightly. Look, Mama, the child whispered. That star looks like it's smiling. The mother looked up. Perhaps it is. The little star heard them and shone just a little brighter. It remembered the first child, the traveler, the old woman, all the quiet hearts it had washed, and it realized something beautiful. A dream does not always need to become something enormous. Sometimes a dream is simply to wake, to make one night a little less lonely. Sometimes the purpose is simply to bring one person a little hope. Sometimes the smallest light can become someone's sunrise. So the little star continued to shine patiently, waiting for someone to dream. And whenever a tired heart looked upward, there it was, small, steady, gentle, and faithful, whispering across the darkness. Keep dreaming, morning will come. So that was a poem. Now the message of the poem. You do not have to be the brightest or strongest person to make a difference. Sometimes your small kindness, quiet encouragement, or simple presence can become a light in someone else's darkest moment. Shine when you can, rest when you need to, and never underestimate the hope your little light can bring to another heart. A simple light, a small light can guide a lost traveler, a gentle glow can comfort a lonely heart, and one tiny star can remind someone that morning will always come. Hope you like the poem. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more soft spoken videos. Thank you.